Are you highly sensitive? If so, you might be a people pleaser too, like me. But why? Why do highly sensitive people become people pleasers? It's not because you're weak. Sponge and rock. This explains everything. This explains why we get easily overwhelmed in the crowds, struggle in toxic environment, and religiously avoid conflicts, and become a people pleaser in the process. Let's dive in. You walk into a room where two people just had an argument, and you instantly feel the tension, even if no one says a thing. The air feels different, thick, heavy, and charged. And this water represents the mood, the stress, and emotions of the people around you. And this sponge, this is a highly sensitive person. When you're highly sensitive, you soak it all up. The joy, the sadness, the stress, you literally carry the emotional weight of the people around you. Sometimes you feel so strongly, you can't even tell if that's your feeling or other people's feelings. Even your body responds automatically. Your shoulder tightens and your mood shifts. That's the empath side of high sensitivity, deeply tuned into emotions around you. Now, this rock represents someone who isn't highly sensitive. It gets wet for a moment, but the water rolls off easily and it goes back to the baseline pretty soon. This is why highly sensitive people cannot watch violent movies or cry so easily watching animal rescue videos, and can tell if someone's not okay even if they say they are. In other words, you, my friend, are an emotional sponge. You soak up others' feelings and carry them with you. So what does this have to do with people pleasing? When you can feel someone else's disappointment, irritation, and sadness in your own body, it's uncomfortable. Not only do we pick up these little things easily, but we feel them more intensely too. When I have a fight with my husband, I don't just feel my own anger and frustration and guilt. I also feel his anger and frustration and hurt, and it all blends together and intensifies until it's overwhelming. Sometimes it's so overwhelming that it shows up physically. Tears start rolling down, my stomach feels uneasy, and I can't think straight. I have to leave the room just to breathe. Because conflicts can be so distressing to highly sensitive people, we crave harmony. We want everyone to be happy with us and in general. Even when I know that someone else's upset feeling has nothing to do with me, that still affects me. So people pleasing isn't just being nice for the sake of it. It's a survival strategy. You're protecting yourself from emotional overload. So we go great lengths to avoid disagreement, and we over-prepare to keep everyone happy, even if it costs us our own needs. You probably heard growing up, "You are mature for your age, you are a good girl, and you are so kind, and I can count on you." These compliments then create a feedback loop and formed our identity of who we are and reinforce our crave for harmony. But people pleasing, if repeated over years, can have much bigger impact on you than you realize. Avoiding conflict and acting out of fear can ease the discomfort in the moment, but over time, it stops you from building trust and deeper connection with the person. It can stall your growth personally and professionally. It plants seeds of resentment and bitterness that you carry far longer than the moment itself. This is especially true for HSPs because our nervous system hold on to emotional experiences more deeply. We don't just remember the event, we replay it, we refeel it, and it lingers in our body. That means every avoided conversations and swallowed truth sits with us, taking up space in our mind and draining our energy for years. I still wake up in the middle of the night, unable to go back to sleep, thinking about some random instance years ago, like the time I gave in to my boss. The feeling of unjustness and powerlessness come back to me so vividly. Looking back, I wasn't being kind or flexible like I led myself to believe into. I didn't have the tools to advocate for myself, and they took advantage of it. I don't want you to go through the same thing. So here are my top tips that I practice these days to stop people pleasing. Tip number 1, start small. If you're a lifelong people pleaser, you won't flip a switch overnight. Pick one low-risk area to start with. Maybe your best friend who often asks for the last-minute favor. Write down when it happens, how you feel in the moment, and how you feel after you give in. This awareness makes changes a lot easier. Tip number 2, know your own boundaries. Many people pleasers don't actually know their own boundaries. Get clear on what you're willing to do and what's a deal breaker. Maybe it's about getting enough notice, reserving your time for your own priorities, or not taking on a certain types of favors. Be specific. Number 3, communicate your boundaries. Once you know your boundaries, share them. Explain how the situation makes you feel, why it matters, and what you like going forward. It might be uncomfortable, and that's okay. If they are truly your friends, they'll understand. The only people who don't like your boundaries are those that benefit from it. So this might be a good way to figure out who's actually your friend or not. You may lose some people for setting your boundaries, but the ones you lose are probably the ones you need to get away from. So this is a win-win for you. Go for it. Number 4, stop the automatic yes. I don't know about you, but for me, it was so hard to break my habit of saying yes automatically. I was so used to agreeing to people, the word slipped out before I even realized it. I'd commit myself to tasks and responsibilities that I knew that I didn't want to or I couldn't. To break this habit, you have to pause before responding. As an emotional sponge, you tend to absorb their urgency, stress, and disappointment so easily. So before saying yes automatically, remember to pause and check. Tip number 5, have your scripts ready. Another problem that I had was knowing what to say. If you're not quick on your feet, like me, you'll probably think of the perfect response after the moment has passed. Create a short list of go-to phrases that you can practice. That way, when a situation comes up, you are ready to advocate for yourself without scrambling forward. Tip number 6, rinse and repeat. Not every attempt will go perfectly, and that's okay. Reflect on what happened, learn from it, and let it go. Just like cleaning a sponge, release any emotional residue so that it doesn't weigh you down for years. If you're a highly sensitive person and a people pleaser, I want you to remember this. Your people pleasing is not a sign of weakness. It is a survival strategy that your nervous system has learned to keep you safe. But you must step out of this comfort zone and learn to advocate for yourself. Because when you stop people pleasing, when you stop avoiding conflict, you will start building relationships rooted in trust and not fear. You will be able to lean more fully into your strength. And the people who matter the most will get to know the truest version of you. You start having real conversations instead of silent resentments. Take the tips I shared and start practicing them slowly and consistently. You have so much to offer to this world without breaking your back. You are not here to live small and just to keep peace. You are here to take up the space, speak your truth, and live fiercely. Bye!